Hello, my name is Dominican Father Peter John Cameron. I recently took up residence here at St. Joseph's in Greenwich Village, and it's a joy to be with the Dominican community here. So we're all going through a time of crisis, a time of great concern, even a time of fear and of doubt. And so Father Boniface, the pastor here, thought that it would be a good idea to post these regular videos to reach out to the people of St. Joseph's and beyond, just to give a little spiritual and pastoral consolation and comfort to those who can't come to church and have the Mass. We're praying for you. We're with you so much. And this past Sunday, the fourth Sunday of Lent, is Laetare Sunday, and the church gave us to read the Gospel of the Man Born Blind. And this is a powerful story, because the Gospel is not simply about Jesus giving sight to this man. It is about Jesus giving insight to this man. He doesn't want this man just to see. He wants him to perceive. He wants this person not simply to have vision, but to become a person of vision. And the important thing to think about when you read this, so it's chapter 9 of John, is that the man born blind does not see Jesus with his own eyes until the end of the story. But look at the incredible conviction he has, because as he's confronted by so many people that think that this man is a fraud, that he's faking it, that he's not truly healed, that he was not suffering from blindness, when they finally back him into a corner and they ask him, what is your conviction about who this man Jesus is? The man replies with so much certainty. He says, he is a prophet. Why? Because as St. Paul says in the reading for that same Sunday, which comes from the letter to the Ephesians, he talks about being brothers and sisters, you were once in darkness. His whole life was lived in darkness, but he refused to succumb to it. And this is so important for us, because at this moment when the coronavirus contagion is raging throughout the world, but especially here in New York City, we want to curl up and just collapse before the darkness. And we're not going to do it. And it's the man born blind that gives us the certainty that there is a better way to respond. And what is that? It's by paying attention to his heart and the certainty that none of us is born to live in darkness, even if we can't see. That the confidence, that the certainty that this man has about Jesus Christ, that he is a prophet, is the same certainty that Christ wants to infuse in us. No matter how bleak or gloomy or dreadful the world might seem, especially our own personal worlds. No, we're not going to give in to that. We know that there is someone who is coming to fill our life with light. And so at the moments of the greatest darkness, of the greatest despair in these days that can be so totally bleak, we want to live with the certainty of this man. Because it's not simply a way, again, of just of seeing, but it's a sight that gives us and imbues us with the very power of God. And that's also clear in this gospel, because when he is confronted again by these people who are asking him, are you truly this man? Look at how he responds. If you read the Gospel of John, you see that there's a pattern, a motif throughout the gospel in which we hear Jesus saying over and over again in different ways, repeating, I am. He says, I am the bread of life. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the good shepherd. I am the gate. I am the vine. You are the branches. And over again. And there's only one other person in the entire gospel who is privileged to say those same words of himself. And who are they? It's the man born blind. So when he's confronted by these adversaries of Christ and his gospel, and they say, are you this man who is born blind? He says, I am. As if to say, I am blessed with the very power of Jesus Christ because of the sight that he has given me. And when Jesus, at the moment when his life is truly in crisis, when he's in the Garden of Gethsemane, and when he has gone through this agony of praying and sweating like blood, and he's about to be carried off to his cross and enter full force into the agony and the torture of his passion, As the soldiers come and confront him, they basically pose the same questions to Jesus as they do to this man. Are you Jesus of Nazareth? And what does Jesus say? He says, I am. And what happens at that moment? All these great burly soldiers collapse to the ground like so many papier-mâché cowards. This is the power, this is the force that Christ wants to invest in you at this moment. So at those moments in your life when you are tempted to give in, when you're tempted to think that God is not real, when there is this sense of dread that makes you want to stay away from Jesus and even social distance yourself from God, no, that's the time to go rushing into his arms and claim the I am. Say, I am for you. You have made me. By my baptism, I have a power that exceeds any sickness, any evil, any sin, any catastrophe that can befall us. I know that you are coming close to us, not in spite of this evil that's facing the world, but precisely through it. I claim the I am. I'm with you in the gospel. I'm not going to be a person who collapses. I'm going to cling to you all the way to the cross and all the way to the resurrection. And that's where we find the Laetare joy, and it's meant for you. Pope Francis said something very beautiful recently that I just want to read to you to close, because it gave me so much hope, and I know it will for you too. He says this: tonight before falling asleep, think about when we will return to the street, when we hug again, when all the shopping together will seem like a party. Let's think about when the coffees will return to the bar, the small talk, the photos close to each other. We think about when it will be all a memory, but normalcy will seem an unexpected and beautiful gift. We will love everything that has so far seemed futile to us. Every second will be precious. Swims at the sea, the sun until late, sunsets, toasts, laughter. We will go back to laughing together. Strength and courage. See you soon. That's the joy that you can take away for Laetare Sunday. God bless you.